Hi students, Miss Holiday here. This Webquest is going to be about the 50 states. What you're going to want to do is click Introduction on the left hand of your screen. On the introduction page, you're going to see the 50 state song, which we went over the other day in class. It's just kind of a fun way to introduce you to about the 50 states. So what you're going to want to do is put your knowledge to the test. And it's going to be state report time. This activity is going to be generated towards 5th graders, which is you guys studying U.S. states, geography, and history. And it's going to help you learn research skills and how to articulate the information that you know. So basically you can understand what state standards you're going to be addressing here on this page and why it's important for you guys to do this project. Then you're going to go to the left hand of the screen and click Task, and this is the bulk of the project, what you're going to need to do. You can look here to find out the bulk of the tasks of what you're going to need to do, but basically each of you will be assigned a state randomly, and you're going to have to make a Prezi showcasing your state, where it's located, the capital, and there's a handout below that you're going to need to click onto, which will help you do your research for the report. And the most important part of this project is you're going to have to come the day that you're doing your Prezi with some sort of prop. You can dress up like an important character, you can bring a food item. The main point is I want you to be as creative as possible. And when you're not presenting, you want to make sure you take notes on the other students' projects. Once you're done with the task page, you're going to click on Process. And this is going to line out exactly what you need to do in the exact order. So basically, first you're going to randomly draw a state name out of a hat, and we'll do that in class. Then the students will take time to research their state. And I provided a bunch of examples of online resources for you to figure out. So if you just click, let's say Enchanted Learning, you'll be directed to this page, and let's say I have Hawaii. That would be a fun state to have. And it gives all this information on this page about Hawaii, the capital, which you need to be able to know. It gives you some pictures you can probably do on your Prezi. So yeah, this will be a really good resource for you. So basically, you just click on any of these. You can also do picture research. Google Images is a really good place. Video research, if you want to include a video for your report on your Prezi. You also will need to organize your research on this handout, so you just click that link too, and it will direct you to a Google Doc. Make sure you have this all filled out and you turn it in with your report, because this will make sure I know that you guys actually did the research. Then on the day of your presentation, before, make sure you practice at home. One of my top tips for you guys is to practice your presentation at home, have your mom or dad watch you. And here's a link right here that I would recommend you watch this YouTube video on how to public speak, because I personally have a lot of problems public speaking. I get really nervous, and this video really helped me. And remember, you don't want your video to be more than 10 minutes long. It's bolded right there. And on the day of your presentation, make sure you bring a creative prop. And I gave you some options of what you can bring. And you'll remember you have to take notes if you're not presenting. And the biggest part of the presentation is at the end, there will be a test on the important facts of all 50 states. So you want to make sure you're taking good notes on your fellow students' projects. How I'm going to be evaluating you is right here. This is your rubric, and when you're doing your projects, just go through this rubric and make sure you have all the things that you need to get the best grade. So if you forget, some of the questions you didn't answer on the research sheet, you're only going to get 1 point instead of the possible 4. And this whole project is out of 16 points. This doesn't include the actual test part. This is just your presentation. So, if your presentation skills, if you're quiet, that's not the best. To get all 4 points, you need to make sure all of the the questions were answered on your research sheet. All your links were provided where you got your research from, and your answers were complete and descriptive. For your Prezi, you want to make sure you provide all the information. It was creative and visually stimulating because you don't want to bore everyone. There were, like, you also added extra details to show me that you put a little bit of extra time in. That is what separates you from being just good, just getting 3 points. Also, here on your presentation skills, you want to be loud and clear. I want to be able to see that you guys actually practice your presentations. In your prop, I just want something creative, like think outside the box. That's the best. The better you do on the prop, you know, that could create a 16 out of 16 instead of a 15 out of 16 and really help your grade. So in the conclusion, just a little note from me and reminding you when the test is and making sure you took notes on your fellow peers' presentations. If you miss a day of class, you can get notes from another student, but that should only be if you miss a day of class. So I hope you guys have fun on this Webquest. Get creative. It'll be really fun. Every one of the states are a great state, and I wish you guys the best of luck.